Can Glover avoid Usman's mighty double leg takedowns, and can Usman prevent dropping his head too much and getting caught in the submission that Glover will set for? Southpaw stance here on Kamaru Usman. Usman already forcing Glover back towards the cage. Good outside leg kick. And you can see that Glover is looking for that counter right hand, as Usman now has switched to orthodox stance, and there's the right hand up the tube again from Glover.
He stuck him pretty good with that right hand. That was nice.
You can hear Usman's corner telling him keep the hands up. He is dropping that left a little.
And he's not committing on these strikes. He's holding back a little bit. He's worried about getting countered.
And indeed, he resorts to what he knows best. Beautiful takedown, cuts the hip in here. Inside control is Kamaru Usman. Only took him 50 seconds.
Wrestling at Iowa Central didn't help him a whole lot there on that takedown defense.
This is a great position here from Usman. So many options as he tries to lock down that right arm of Glover. Works some elbows. There's a nice one to the jaw.
Nice
Glover looking for a way back to his feet.
Nice front headlock by Usman here. He's cranking on it, pulling him back down. Glover has wrestled, though, so doing a good job of getting out of there.
Glover needs to let that right hand go. Tell you what, for a wrestler, Usman does have a very nice boxing stance on him.
Yeah, he moves well.
Jab two, followed by another jab there from Glover, but the distancing wasn't quite there.
You can see the strength difference. He's really pushing Glover around here.
Nice teep to the knee from Usman. Throws the right hand as a lead punch. Tremendous build on Kamaru Usman. Huge deltoids and biceps. Shredded through the midsection. And again, just kicking that knee. The joint kicks here from Usman in the opening round. Continues with it off the back leg. Three-two from Usman. The left hook and the right hand. Again forces Glover towards the cage. Striking off the single. Oh, and Glover got inventive. A little bit
Nice.
of acrobatics, and the crowd appreciates it.
He pulled away when he threw the kick instead of going in. He would have landed it had he gone toward him. Glover needs to commit. Usman's moving straight back whenever Glover attacks. He needs to throw about 4 or 5 punches. Keep punching there.
Takedown again from Usman. Looking to pass to that left side of the body, and he does so. Second time inside control, inside of the opening round here for Kamaru Usman.
This is where Glover's going to need some experience that he had in the amateur ranks to hopefully save his skin here.
Plenty of heavy breathing you can hear that is coming from David Glover.
Nice reversal, that was smart.
And now Glover inside control for the first time. Usman back to his feet. And Glover just pulled up on that head kick.
That was the experience.
Overhand right from Usman. A back and forth contest here in the opening round. Two men who want to get that all vital first professional win on their records. Good leg kick again from Usman. Snappy high right round from Glover. Usman with a double leg off the 1-2 from Glover. Gets the takedown.
Nice job there getting back up. Avoided the right hand also from Usman.
Push up, don't grab.
Usman not being able to get through that knee guard that Glover is putting on off his left leg at the moment.
Yep, putting that knee in there to keep Usman's hips back a little bit so he can't get in tight and lift.
You can hear the corner asking for knees to the inside, and Usman throws one to the outside, almost to that hamstring on the left leg. And immediately, having felt it, Glover puts on that knee guard. Trying to curl that knee up to the ribs. Breaks off with the right hand. 1 round down and 2 remaining. A very good contest so far, Pat. A lot of back and forth here.
In the nose.
Here's Usman coming in with those takedowns, powers him up and dumps him. You know, he's just physically much stronger than Glover, and he's showing it. Now here's Glover throwing that roundhouse kick out of that. A lot of guys like to use that experiment with it, but he pulled away. Instead of going in with it, he possibly could have landed had he gone in. Here he is, the experience we talked about from the amateur career, walking that cage and coming over on a much stronger, much more athletic guy, using the tools of the trade to be able to survive in this fight and fare pretty well, actually.
Overhand, keep your eye on his chin the whole time so you can guide it there. Don't throw it wild, don't throw it with your head down. Look for that overhand right. He's gonna try and
Kamaru Usman takes the first round 10-9 on Pat Miletic's scorecard. Working the kicks well, particularly that head kick to the lead knee. And he's back at it again. Wild overhand right there from Glover to open the round. Glover just duking his way off the cage. Not connecting with anything though. Good snaking left hand from Usman. And a 3-2 again. He threw that in the opener.
Usman's pulling straight back after he punches with his head up and his hands down. He's going to get clipped if he doesn't be a little more careful.
Nice pivot on the lead foot to get that shin up around the neck of Glover. Usman drops the lead hand to the breadbasket. Good levels here from Kamaru Usman.
He's trying to set up that head shot.
Faking. And he just eats a stiff left hand there from Glover. Outside leg kick just above the knee to that common peroneal nerve. Fakes the right hand, shoots in. Made a bit of sloppy work of it. Now gets some knees off in the clinch, but did one of them strike the groin? Yes, it did. There's also blood coming from what looks to be a small cut just on the inside of the left side of the nose here of David Glover.
I know you didn't mean it on purpose, but you still got him, all right?
Yeah, it was a little high on the groin area. I mean, it didn't look like it caught up underneath or anything.
That blood just dripping down the nose and onto the top lip of David Glover. The old circus clown look as we continue here in the second. Usman continues to thread that lead hand nicely.
One thing about this fight for Usman, he's getting a lot of time in the ring, which he needs, and he's getting a lot of time standing up and striking. So this is really going to help his career if he can get out of this fight with a win, to get this much experience in one fight.
Beautiful.
Standing up.
3-2 again from Usman. It's been his best combination of the fight so far. The left hook, right hand. There's a jumping knee. Knees to the sternum. And this is good, controlled aggression from Kamaru Usman.
Controlling that head position, beautiful.
Glover not coming off the cage here. Usman picking his shots wisely. Clinches with him again, throws the knees.
He stung him with that right hand, Glover did.
Well, Glover backs him up with another cross. And Usman tasted it, immediately went for the takedown, but to no avail. About halfway through this second round of 3. Double leg.
Good whizzer. Missed it, limped arm out of it.
Usman trying to keep Glover down.
Usman did a good job of getting his leg out of there. See how he's got that leg pinned with his leg. Glover rolled for that knee bar and missed it because Usman saw it coming. This is where Usman can just slide straight to the mount over the top of that left leg of Glover.
Push off, don't grab.
Leaving that left arm in. Glover is looking for a submission.
It's a good position for Usman to land a lot of heavy punches if he wants to.
Push off,
This
don't grab. Put your fingers out.
Canvas and the back of Usman stained with the blood here of David Glover from that cut on the inside of the nose. Mount here now for Kamaru Usman.
Yeah, and with a minute and a half left, that's not a good thing. Getting ready to push off that cage. It didn't work that time.
The 2010 Division II National Wrestling Champion under 174, Kamaru Usman, is in control here with just over a minute remaining in the second round. We had him winning the first round 10-9.
Looking to roll him. Yeah, not going to happen with a guy with this base.
All Glover can do here is just trying to make sure that Usman can't posture up, almost gives his back, slips out the back door. And now Glover with a chance to throw his strikes.
Tell you what, this kid's got a lot of heart.
Threads that lead hand again, does Usman. Right hand lead. He tagged Glover with that one. Here come the knees. Glover in trouble with 20 seconds remaining. And Usman pounds him out of the contest. Kamaru Usman, wrestler turned mixed martial artist. Second round TKO.
Got a lot of good work in that fight. Good first fight for him.
I've got to tell you, Pat, for a man with such a wrestling background, I was impressed by some of the strikes that Usman threw and the variety of strikes.
Yeah, still a little rough around the edges, but did a good job in his first fight. Nice jab here. Caught him coming in. It's the best time to strike when somebody's coming in with their own offense because it's like two cars hitting head on. There's the big right hand right on the temple. That'll take your equilibrium right away. Knows that he's got Glover in trouble and just goes to town here. A lot of power.
Kamaru Usman, certainly one to keep an eye on. Lived up to expectation here tonight. There have been big things mooted for the Nigerian. And this was a very solid first outing. And that's the sportsmanship we like to see. Glover is okay. Usman gets the win, and Mike Kendall to make it all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Bo Nessline, calls a stop to this fight at 4 minutes, 50 seconds of the second round for your winner by TKO, Kamaru Usman.
Rodriguez, who never had an amateur career, went straight into the pros. If it goes to ground, which most expect it will, look up for Rodriguez to throw the triangles. Inside leg kick early on from Rodriguez. Skip up high left round kick from Rodriguez. Counter left hook from Usman. Misses the target.
Needs to be careful kicking against Usman. Give a wrestler his legs.
You already see the unorthodox stylings of Steven Rodriguez. The angles he cuts, the footwork. The kicks that come up at all trajectories. And he fakes an overhand right.
Usman looks a little more confident in his striking than we've seen in the past.
Usman trying to pull the head down and work the high knee. There's an overhand elbow. Said he wanted to show off the striking more. So far doing that, Kamaru Usman. Nice counter left hook from the inside leg kick by Usman. Controlling center cage here, the Nigerian. Uppercut from Rodriguez. And Usman does a quick count of his teeth.
And walks forward.
Nice left hook again from Usman. He caught him. Shot to the kidney. Takes the back standing here of Rodriguez.
Got to be careful of that elbow coming back at him.
An aggressive start from Kamaru Usman.
Doesn't look like he's in a big hurry to do a whole lot. It didn't even look like he wanted to take him down.
On your back is not where you want to be against Kamaru Usman. Usman can ground and pound, and here come those right hands. This one's over.
It's premature stoppage. He was hitting his arm most of the time, landed a couple to the face and then the arm after that, so.
The prediction rings true for Kamaru Usman. He said he'd score another TKO. It's another first-round TKO. That's 3 of them now on the record of Kamaru Usman.
Did a good job striking in this one. Came out definitely more confident, throw that long George Smoking Joe Frazier leaping left hook, which dropped his opponent. Landed a couple here, and then Rodriguez got the arm in the way and wasn't taking any more punishment, so it was odd that the referee stepped in and stopped it there, but erring on the side of safety.
Kamaru Usman will receive $1,000 for a fight finish bonus from RES Nation. In cash.
The only bad thing about the public giving of $1,000 is you have to claim it on your taxes, Michael.
We're about to make this one all official. A 3rd victory in the very young but promising career of Kamaru Usman.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute, 31 seconds in round number 1. Your winner by TKO, Kamaru Usman. Here
Usman's
to present
hand
tonight's
is
Ready
raised.
Every Second finish bonus, one of the managing partners for Ready Every Second, Mike White.
Hey, man, tonight the bright lights are on. Everybody's watching. You stepped up, man. That's what being ready every second's all about. Congratulations on your $1,000 cash finish bonus. Good work, man. Congratulations.
And the $1,000 in the trophy for Kamaru Usman. Well, folks, coming up next, Usman coming off a TKO win over Steven Rodriguez at Legacy 27. 53-3 high school wrestling record, US Olympic wrestling team alternate. 100% of victories in mixed martial arts so far by knockout for the amazing Kamaru Usman.
Lovato trying to snatch that single leg to start out the fight.
Knee to the inside, a right thigh from Usman, who once defeated Jake Ellenberger in collegiate wrestling. Nice left hook there from Usman, timed it well. Shot down, drills a knee to the midsection, doubles up on it, looking for the liver, to the forearm, hacking elbow to the ear. Gut-munching knee from Usman.
He hurt Lovato with that first knee to the body.
Kamaru Usman just launching the heavy artillery early here on Lenny Lovato. Lovato weighed in 10 pounds over yesterday. You've got to wonder how much more he put on overnight.
Which is surprising to me. He's a 2-time state wrestling champion in high school, so it tells me he knows how to cut weight.
Lovato, who began his mixed martial arts career 8-0, quite the tear before losing his last 2. Had a 10-week training camp for this one. Surprisingly, said he worked on his conditioning.
He's getting manhandled right now.
Good old-fashioned foot stomp and a corking knee to the inside right thigh from Kamaru Usman. He is just owning Lenny Lovato against the cage here.
See how Usman's pulling down on that arm, Usman's keeping his elbow in tight.
And referee Parada separates both men. 1 minute 40 down, first round of 3. It's been all one-way traffic to Kamaru Usman so far.
Good way to get off the cage.
Yeah, have the referee break it. Usman, who was born in Nigeria, family moved to the US when he was 5. Yeah, that shot will work every time, Pat.
Yeah, he couldn't get off the cage, so I'm not saying that's intentional at all.
Usman has never been out of the second round in his 4-fight mixed martial arts career so far. Man who trains at the Black Zillions. Jay-Z Calvin in his corner tonight. Overhand right there from Lovato. Outside leg kick from Lovato. That's more like it from Lenny.
He's throwing heavy hands. I'm surprised he's shooting on Usman now. Lovato said he was confident in his wrestling skills, but when you're going up against Usman, a guy at that caliber of wrestling.
Usman loves the elbows. Lovato dukes out with the right hand. There's that short left hook by Usman again. Straight right hand down the tube. Looks for a takedown here on Lenny Lovato. Will he get it?
Going to get launched.
Lovato fingering the cage. Knee, and Lovato covers up just in time, and Usman switches to the midsection.
Lovato got to cut that right arm back in between them and turn back in, square up. He's trying. Usman knows he doesn't want to get that arm back.
Usman drops down looking for that right leg. See if he breaks off and works another knee here and an elbow perhaps. It's an elbow from Usman off the right. There's the knee. Usman also with Michael Johnson in his corner here tonight. Shoulder thrust there.
He's done that a lot to Lovato.
You can really see the Muay Thai training with those elbows. All the hours spent with his Muay Thai coach, Cosmo Alexander. Getting a lot more comfortable on his feet, Kamaru Usman. Lovato's corner, you can see them barking all sorts of instructions. He is just getting pommeled here with those knees from Usman.
Those are so painful, they add up. Beating Lovato's legs up with those.
Still 1 minute 40 left in this opening round. It's been all Kamaru Usman, especially when he's had Lovato backed against the cage and just corking these thighs inside and outside.
You gotta defend that.
Just relentless here from Kamaru Usman. The work rate, keeping busy. He knows he's landing these knees. He knows they're scoring the points for him. Nice knee again and a shoulder thrust from Usman.
Right leg's going to be a little sore tomorrow, Mike.
That may be the biggest understatement of the night so far, Pat.
And the referee mentioned to Lovato, you need to defend that like he's mounted and getting his face caved in. He's getting his leg kneed. Lovato showing some takedown defense, though. Couple different occasions.
If no knee defense.
Right.
Referee giving Lovato a chance here. Calls break, overhand right from Lovato, nowhere near it.
Usman, good fakes, feints.
Using the reach, stiff jab from Kamaru Usman. Controlling center cage here. Nice wide stance on him. Bouncing on the balls of his feet, Usman. Lovato's hands a little lower, sun damage on the bridge of the nose. He's starting to blow heavy too, Lenny Lovato. And he will get a much needed rest here, Lenny Lovato. Trying to grunt and show that he's doing something while pressed against the cage as we go to the towels.
A lot of time spent up against the cage. Usman inside control there. You can see that left arm controlling, using his shoulder. Keep jacking Lovato's face up into the air. Ideally, you'd like to come across with an elbow or something after doing that. There's the nice elbow inside, working in tight spaces, good stuff. Working with Cosmo Alexander is definitely paying off. And just devouring that leg of Lovato with those knees, constantly working it. Probably through 50 to 70 knees to that leg in that round.
I bet you're halfway, Pat, say through 60.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Either way, his leg's sore.
10-9, no doubt about it. Kamaru Usman in the first round. Lovato, who, as Pat said, won 2 state titles in wrestling, 2001, 2002, was the 4th member of his family to become a state champion.
Be a pretty tough house. A lot of broken furniture.
Usman drops the lead hand to the body, to the bread basket that's carrying a lot of extra bread here tonight. Round kick to the liver. Usman with that jab again. Look how he cuts the cage. Weaves under the hook, does Lovato. Tries for a bit of dirty boxing with the uppercut. He's backed against the cage again, Pat. The old recipe from round 1 here from Kamaru Usman.
Usman trying to dig inside, get those double unders, get a body lock going. Wasn't able to do it.
Lovato trying to respond with knees of his own. He should be raising that right knee and putting on a knee guard, preventing the damage to his left thigh.
He hasn't been working with Cosmo Alexander, though.
True. A little shoulder thrust again there from Kamaru Usman. Muay Thai clinch here from Usman. Wants the knee up to the jaw, the meet and greet. Hacks the elbow to the ear. Was so effective for him. There's one to the left ear. Knee to the belly button from Usman. Again doing a number here.
Nice fakes with the knees. See that?
Kamaru Usman's clinch game in the stand-up here has just excelled so far tonight.
I'm a little surprised that Usman isn't pushing off and throwing. Lovato having fun, chewing on elbows and having a good time.
Usman continues to punish, pops an elbow, drops down for a double, gets the takedown here on Lovato. Takes the back of Lovato, nicely done by Usman, showing speed and agility.
Better get hand control while he's coming up.
Hooks in now from Kamaru Usman. Is this the beginning of the end for Lenny? Still a long time to go, 3 minutes in fact in this round 2 of 3. First round of 10-9 for Kamaru Usman. Could this be the start of the end? Cranking down on the face here, on the jaw of Lenny Lovato.
That one hurt.
Lovato, no place to go. And in case he forgets his name, it's tattooed on his left thigh.
Good wrist control there by Lovato. Yeah, look at him escape, nice.
And Lovato does escape. On the halfway point of this second round. Lovato throwing bombs, uppercut. Usman wore it. Usman now with the left hook right hand combination. 3-2 and presses Lovato against the cage.
Lovato's showing he's a tough guy, there's no doubt. Not quite as good an athlete as Usman, but definitely a tough guy.
This is Usman's first time ever, now in 5 fights, being in the second round.
Make something work.
He's just trying to hold you. Use that knee. Break that lock.
Break.
And referee Porata breaks them. Counter there from Lovato off the jab of Usman. Usman shoots in for a single. Second takedown for him.
Nice quick little single. Snatch it out from under him and circle away.
Great crowd on hand here inside the historic Route 66 Hotel and Casino. A lot of mixed martial arts luminaries here. As I glance around, Travis Brown is here, Diego Sanchez, Aussie Kyle Noak is here. Hammer fist strikes here from Kamaru Usman from inside the half guard.
A lot of whip on those hammer fists, great little elbows in there.
Controlling Usman's posture. Usman breaks free now. Will he posture up and work more of those hammer fists? He drops the elbow.
Having a wrestler on top of you with the credentials that Usman does, you have to keep him in your guard if you're on your back. You don't want him in half guard, cross-eyed because of this sort of stuff.
Right between the eyes. Kamaru Usman is measuring his ground and pound. Final stages, second round of 3. Some better signs from Lenny Lovato in the second, but it will go down as Usman's round.
Right hand. Push your head up, elbow, right hand. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now, lad.
One round remains.
Usman learning a little bit of stuff from Cosmo Alexander, seeing faking the knees here and then slipping the elbow in. Nice, slick stuff. Lovato doing a great job. Wrist control, scooting out over that leg, getting his back to the mat so he no longer has a man on his back, and getting up to his feet quickly. Textbook escape. Nice stuff.
2018 after 2, says Pat Miletich. JZ Calvin, final instructions to Kamaru Usman and the Black Zillions team as we are ready for the third and final. Jab again to the midsection. It's been a favoured strike of Usman.
Nice
Good.
job.
Counters the leg kick with a jab down the centre.
Like to see him double and triple that up.
Beautiful trajectory on the leg kick. Usman striking has gone up not just another level back, gone up several levels here tonight.
Yeah, no, he looks slick.
These elbows and the knees, the work rate on the clinch.
Little by little, in terms of his striking, he's gained a little bit of confidence each fight, a little more.
Third takedown here for Kamaru Usman. Inside the full close guard now of Lenny Lovato.
Lovato trying to tie Usman up as much as possible. Usman's got very long arms, able to do some really nasty ground and pound from here.
This may be it for Lovato. Usman just raining down blows. Lovato's gone here. That's it, surely. Kamaru Usman pounds out Lenny Lovato in the third round. And again, maintains that 100% knockout ratio in his mixed martial arts career. The Nigerian Kamaru Usman, as we said, something special.
Lovato not hurt, but definitely couldn't defend himself. Ref had to stop it. Usman recognizing, just posturing up, standing up. Great balance, great core strength. Able to punch, keep his balance, hit with a lot of power. Get this fight done with.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute 4 seconds. And round number 3, referee Radu Barata calls a halt to the action. Your winner by TKO, Kamaru Usman.
Hicks a little fire plug.
Are you ready?
He's got to come out swinging. He's got to go for the jaw of Usman. Usman wants Hicks on his back. Southpaw versus orthodox. Southpaw stance on Hicks.
Usman got to be very careful not let Hicks inside.
Hicks' first fight in 2.5 years.
See him try and get that takedown.
Usman backs him up against the cage, throws a knee to the inside thigh, then to the outside thigh.
Hicks got to get himself off of the cage.
Foot stomp. Knee to the inside thigh from Hicks. Another foot stomp from Usman.
And Hicks grimaced. Hurt his foot.
Watch the
Knee
groin.
to the inside thigh from Usman.
Look at him lifting his left foot. Doesn't want Usman to do that again.
Takedown from Usman, not where Hicks wanted to be inside the first minute.
We'll see how that black belt in jiu-jitsu matches up with the world-class wrestling of Usman here.
Is going to find a way to get back to his feet.
Well, he's doing a good job of balling up here. He's got his underhook in, trying to scoot to the half guard, trying to get some sweep stuff going. If he can pull that off against a wrestler of this quality, I'll be impressed.
Usman with the elbows, cracking down to the left side of the body. Rips one up to the head, doesn't quite connect for him. Hicks looks to get to his feet. Usman straight back on him.
Usman was trying to put a hook in. Nice.
Picks out that leg nicely, drops Hicks back down. Approaching the halfway mark of this opening round, set for 3. Our co-main events at welterweight. Marcus Hicks, Kamaru Usman.
It's the thing with Usman, he's got so many ways to take you down. it's going to be very difficult to stay on your feet with a guy like this.
Nice elbow, just measures in here, does Usman.
That's where you get in trouble with that half guard series. Trying to sweep somebody with this good a base who can drop elbows on you.
Usman going to town with the elbows. Now the body shots off the right hand. Then goes to the head of Hicks. Hicks in a whole world of hurt here. Usman teeing off on him.
Yeah, that hurts.
This could be over in a hurry. Hicks with nowhere to go. Usman just unloading.
Hicks trying to move here. He could be better off not having his leg hooked under there.
Big ask to come back after a 2.5-year layoff and fight a guy like Kamaru Usman.
Yeah. Who's 11 years younger.
10 inches reach. 6-7 inches taller. And has just been a ferocious machine in his last few fights.
Would be really bad. It's bad enough to have Usman on you in the cage. Imagine having a guy like that on top of you in a fight on the street and there's no ref.
Elbows again from Usman. He won't stop. There may be a cut under the left eye here of Hicks. Nowhere to go for Marcus Hicks.
Great, with that reach, he's able to hit him easily. He's got great base, wrestler of this level. You can't get him off balance. He can drop power on you from anywhere he's at. Hicks at a distinct disadvantage here.
All one-way traffic, all Kamaru Usman. Hicks can only hope to survive the round and get a stand-up to start the second round, if he can get that far.
Yeah, 40 seconds is a long time.
Usman just looking to slice, dice, and fillet him with those elbows. Reins in the right hands. Body shot, a dull thud, the knuckles turning in.
Hicks is talking to him.
Hicks was saying no, as if to say, I'm not done yet. You've got to do better than that. We will go into the second round. Hicks will get a much-needed brief rest. And we'll start from a stand-up position.
Usman in complete control in this round. Great base, great balance, dropping elbows and punches from everywhere. Well, you got to get wrist control on Usman and try and stop him from dropping these elbows on you. Hicks showing a good chin because he ate a lot of them.
There is indeed a cut under the left eye of Hicks.
Walk at the hand, okay? Walk at the hand, do the time I say. Walk at the hand. There's nothing to beat you right now.
George Santiago in the corner of Kamaru Usman.
Those guys complement each other in the gym. World-class wrestler and a world-class BJJ guy.
Usman. Second round, set for 3. Hicks has got to try and keep it standing. Got to go to the jaw of Kamaru. Overhand, and again. He almost walks into a round kick, does the wrecking ball. Overhand left, knee from Kamaru Usman. Hicks does not want to go down to canvas.
Oh.
Elbow from Kamaru, going after that cut under the left eye.
Stuck it nicely with that elbow.
Scooping bolo punch to the body, missed there for Hicks.
Usman got to get off the cage here. Be smart about this.
Overhooks that left arm, does Kamaru Usman. Hicks breaks off, dances backwards. Tried for an overhand left, went to the body, head pulled down for a knee. Usman couldn't get it off.
Nice.
Drives him down to the canvas. Again, Hicks finds himself down on the floor inside the first minute of the round.
Nice little knee tap by Usman. Slick little takedown. Hicks got to try and figure out how to get up here.
And here come those devastating elbows from Kamaru Usman.
Either got to get out, get that leg out. You can see Usman sitting on his leg, pinching it. He'll sit down on it and pinch it and hold him there, which is smart. Hicks got to get that leg out of there, get an underhook and try and come up to a single leg or at least get up. Or get him in full guard and try to tie him up.
A gentleman outside of the cage, a nasty man inside of it, the Nigerian. Will do Hicks no favors.
So he hooks that leg and sits on it.
Body thuds again. What do you do if you're Marcus Hicks, Pat?
Get the hell up. It's easier said than done. Get an underhook, scoot your hips out, try and wall walk up the cage, do anything to get up, control a wrist while you're coming up so that Usman can't put you back down on your rear end so easily. But that's easier said than done. I don't think people realize, unless you've had a guy of this caliber of wrestling on top of you, I don't think people understand the power, the balance, the aggression. It can be pretty terrifying.
Hicks may be close to getting stopped here. Another cut. This one, it looks like it may be the bridge of the nose or just the side of the nose. There's only so much more the referee will allow Hicks to take.
And Hicks is exhausted right now trying to deal with this guy's power.
This is over, surely. Referee could stop it right here. He gives Hicks the benefit of the doubt.
Think Don would have stopped it by now?
Don would have stopped it by now.
I think so.
Kamaru says, okay, I'll just keep pounding on him.
I want to ask Don, but I don't want to put him on the spot, Michael.
Usman just doing a number. Look at the face here of Hicks, a horror show.
Got to hand it to Hicks, he's a tough customer.
One minute 40 of punishment remains in this round for Hicks. We can't see him going anywhere. It may be stopped now. Referee's right on top of it here. Relentless elbows, there's no coverage, no defense. Referee can stop it again and still chooses not to. And the nose of Hicks is just getting smashed and mashed.
The two sorest things in the planet tomorrow morning will be Usman's elbows and Hicks's face.
Solid right hand to the orbital, to that damage under the left eye. Hicks trying desperately to get back to his feet.
Tell you what, this guy's got a lot of heart.
Huge heart. And that heart has a whole lot less blood to pump at the moment because it is coming out of two cuts on the face of Hicks.
Trying to lock up a key lock on Usman here. Tell you what, man.
Now this would be a shot.
Strong little guy.
This would be a shot. It's not going to happen though for Hicks. And Usman goes back to town, pounding away. Hicks goes turtle shell. Now the referee may stop it. There's no answer here from Marcus Hicks. Clean shot to the orbital again. Elbows from Usman. Punishment rains down. 20 seconds remains.
I can't believe he hasn't stopped it.
Usman just hammering down on a helpless Marcus Hicks.
He's not.
Referee telling him to defend himself. He's not. Finally he stops it. Finally. Smashing.
That's a genetic freak right there, boy. That's a scary dude.
Just an abs. Hicks full of heart. Kamaru Usman going places.
Ladies and gentlemen, at exactly 5 minutes on the dot of round number 2, your referee calls a halt to the action. Your winner by TKO, Kamaru Usman.
I feel great. First of all, I want to take this chance to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Also, I want to thank my family, my friends, everybody that came on out. I want to thank y'all. I want to thank my team, Black Zillions, everybody down in Florida, ASM, Glenn Robinson. I want to thank everybody. But yeah, back to your question, I feel great, you know. I just thank God that I'm able to come out here and do this for y'all.
Were you surprised the referee didn't stop the fight sooner? I mean, you landed a lot of elbows on Hicks.
No, I wasn't surprised. He's a seasoned veteran. He knows what he's doing, and he's tough as nails. He always comes to fight, so I knew I was going to have to take my time, slowly break him down and get him out of there.
You wanted to work on your striking more. Obviously, you've improved a lot in that area, but you decided to go with the wrestling and the dominance on the ground tonight.
Yeah, a guy like him is very heavy-handed, and so, you know, I wanted to kind of, you know, implement a strategy that I worked on with my coaches, kind of take him down, take some wind out of him, and then go ahead and, you know, open up on him and put the whole arsenal on him.
Impressive performance tonight. Kamaru Usman, ladies and gentlemen.
Kamaru Usman indeed was impressive. Folks, it's title fight time, and the Big D defending featherweight champion Leonard Bad Boy Garcia lays the strap on the line against Damon Jackson when Legacy Fighting rolls on.